Welcome, licensee. If you're watching this, I assume you're already accustomed with Apex. If you're not, you should go back to my previous transmission on the Apex interface. To find a list of all available transmissions, open a new buffer and enter the TRA command. When logging into Apex for the very first time, you are asked to provide the name and code of your company. The name you choose must not violate Apex's terms of service, meaning that it must not be offensive or too similar to the name of an already existing company. The code is an abbreviation, an identifier used for looking up your company within Apex. It must be 3 to 4 letters long and, like the company name, it needs to be unique. Next, you get to pick which faction you want to belong to. Picking a faction will not limit where you can go or what you can do with your company. All factions peacefully coexist and will not harm you if you want to do trade in another faction's territory. However, factions reign over certain sections of space, each with their own currency and set of rules. Joining a faction will determine two important things at the start: the planets available to you and the currency of the money you're going to receive when setting up your company. Planets have different properties which help with or impede certain trades. That is why the choice of your faction should be informed by the industry you want to become active in. Especially if you're new, you should follow these rules of thumb. If you want to work in the food industry, choose Castillo Ito Mercantile or Incito Cooperative. If you're going to operate a mining company, you cannot go wrong with Neotrata Exploration. All other industries are fairly independent of your faction choice. You can find more information on factions by following one of the links I enclosed in this transmission. The next step is picking the starting location of your fleet. Selecting one in the drop-down menu provides you with further information. Most entries are planets, which are strongly recommended to newcomers, but some are space stations. Since your base cannot be set up on a space station, you will need to fly to a planet first if you start on a station. Each planet is subdivided into bits of land called plots. Each company claims exactly one plot on a planet. If no plot is available, the planet is full and you need to pick another one. You can also see a list of resources that can be extracted from a planet, as well as an indicator of how fertile the planet is, meaning how easy or hard it is to grow plants in its soil. The further the yellow bar goes to the right, the better the planet is suited for farming. The line titled Commodity Exchange is very important. If it says none, no goods can be traded on this planet. If you build your base on a planet without a commodity exchange, you will need to send ships to a planet that has one in order to buy or sell anything. This means that trading gets more expensive because you need to account for the fuel required for shipping. You will also need to wait several hours for the wares to arrive anytime you purchase something. On the other hand, you might have access to a more fertile environment or rare minerals on your planet that other players will pay good money for. If this is your first time using Apex, it is strongly recommended that you pick a planet with its own commodity exchange. If you don't, the information in these introductory tutorials will not be in the right order for you. Lastly, Apex wants to know what kind of company you will be running, meaning in which supply chain you will be operating. This will impact which resources you will be provided by Apex to help build your structures in the beginning. It will also determine which type of experts will be made available to you. Changing your profession at a later point in time, while entirely possible, is going to take time. The choice you make now will impact your company's direction for a long time. I also enclosed a link about packages in this transmission that you should have a closer look at. Once you've done that, please open the next transmission. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel for more instructional content, behind the scenes footage and more. And of course, make sure to have a look at Prosperous Universe. See you in Apex.